A reveal removes a strip of material from the wall. And if we wanted to add a reveal to a wall type, what we can do is select on the wall type that we want to add that reveal to. So let's select on the bottom wall. So on the bottom right-hand side wall, click on that wall, then come up to Edit Type. Now, if for some reason your preview window is not open over on the left-hand side, just make sure to select on the Preview button, then open up the Section View. Where we want to remove material will be up toward the top of the wall. So that's going to be editing the structure of the wall. So find Structure, then select on the Edit button. Now we need to add a reveal. So select on the Reveals button, and we now need to add a profile shape. So click on Add to add a profile shape. Now the profile shape is just a two-dimensional shape, but it will be extruded along the length of the entire wall. When it gets extruded along the length of the wall, it'll actually remove any material that it hits. Come up here to Profile where it says Default, and we can see that we have a variety of different profile shapes that we could use. And if there's a different profile shape that you want to use, you can always come down to Load Profile and then find that two-dimensional profile shape that you want to use in your project, and then load it into the project. Once you do, it'll show up on the pull-down list. For this project, though, I do want to leave it as default. I know that the default shape is just a rectangular shape, and that'll work well for this project. Distance, that's how high off of either the base or the top of the wall that profile shape will be placed. Let's select top because I want this distance to be off of the top of the wall. For a distance, I'll use -6 inches. Now the reason why I'm choosing negative is that negative will move the profile shape down. If I did a +6 inches, it would move the profile shape up, which would be actually above the top of the wall. We can choose which side of the wall that this profile shape needs to be on. Let's choose the interior side, and then come down here to apply just to see what that shape looks like. Right now we can see that in blue over here underneath the preview, that's the profile shape. Well, right now it's really just removing the entire top of the wall, and I don't want that. So let's choose an offset value to move this shape over toward the right. I'm going to choose a negative number, like -2 inches, and just see what it does. Click on Apply. See how it's now moved it over? But really, it hasn't moved that shape over quite enough for it to not go over the entire top of the wall. So I'll do -4.5 inches, then click on Apply. That's probably going to be okay. I'll click on OK to that. Click here, and now let's just zoom in to see what it is that we have here at the top of the wall. Now I could adjust it over another 1/2 inch, whatever it would take to actually get out of the structural part of the wall. But for demonstration purposes, I'll leave it just as it is. Come down here and select on OK. Click on OK again. And now you'll see that both of these walls, which are the same type of wall, now have that profile shape associated with it. See how we have the material cut out of the wall in those locations? One other thing that you can do is that if you click on the wall until the wall turns blue, you'll see a blue dot at the end of one profile shape. If you zoom to the other end by just spinning the wheel of your mouse, you'll see that there's a dot on the other end. Well, one of the things that you can do is click on those dots and you can pull those back, which means you can then control the overall size or locations of those profile shapes just by selecting on the dots. The same thing is true down at the bottom of the wall. Here we have what's called a sweep, and it was created the same way as the reveal up on top. If we click on one of the walls, you notice how we have a dot? We can either pull that sweep out or pull that sweep back in order to have that baseboard at the base of the wall be in whichever location that we need it to be.